Cygnet Theatre. Thank you for coming. I'm glad we have such an awesome audience. This is our staged reading of Paging Dr. Chutzpah by Mark Troy. It's the first of 2 planned readings. If you're interested, please come back for the next one. It'll be next weekend. That one's not a comedy, it's a survival story, but it's still going to be a great time. If you need to leave for any reason, please feel free. The exit's right there. Restrooms are on the inside, on the right and left side once you enter the house. And at this time, just please enjoy Paging Dr. Chutzpah. Alrighty.
Myrna Jorgenson, a statuesque, authoritative, well-dressed assistant, late 40s, well-kept in pantsuit, enters from door left. She moves to the desk without making notice of Lester. Although he talks to her, she's heard this all before and does not react.
Never again. Never again. If I ever do it again, I want you to poke out my eyes. Did I say poke out my eyes? That is too kind. If I ever do it again, drive a steel spike through my brain. Yes, that's it. A steel spike. A dear, dirty steel spike. You know, when you have a sec, I want you to hook up my testes to an electrical current and turn the power on to 50 watts. No, 75. Did I say hook up my testes? That is too kind. Too kind for a man such as myself. Bring me a pig. I will slaughter the beast myself and in front of a rabbi and any members of his congregation he sees fit to bring along. I shall eat the pork, which shall send me directly to hell, is what I deserve.
Myrna types quietly on the computer, prints something and proofs it, never looking his way.
This time I really, really mean it. Things have to change. Things have to change. Things are going to change. But first I want you to drive a large 2-ton truck directly into my anus. The rabbi can watch that too.
During the following, Myrna prepares the office, puts out a fresh box of tissues and bottled water, then fluffs the pillows.
I'm not 13 anymore. I'm not 25. I'm not even 32. And I never tell a woman I've reached 56. So let's just start acting the age I'm pretending to be, 34.
During the following, Myrna prepares Lester, ties his necktie, stuffs his shirt into his pants, sits him down and runs an electric shaver over his face, combs his hair and puts in styling gel, completely dresses him from head to toe, ending with sliding him into a houndstooth jacket.
I, Lester Oronofsky, being of sound mind and sound body, swear on the life of my mother, who is herself of sound mind and sound body, do hereby once again swear that I will never lie down with a woman being of the opposite sex without full commitment. I shall not kiss, fondle, grope, cajole, penetrate, lick, palm, stroke, tongue, or manipulate with my big toe a woman for any sexual favors without being in love with her. For as long as I shall live. So help me God. Amen.
During the following, Myrna blows his nose into a tissue loudly, uses a Q-tip on each of his ears and a lint brush everywhere.
Next Hanukkah you have my permission to set me aflame with all 7 candles of the menorah.
There are 8 candles on the menorah.
Cursed again, that's my life. One big curse. What do I do now? What in the world do I do, Miss Jorgenson? Tell me, what do I do?
She physically opens his fingers to place in them a pencil, takes his other hand and forces him to hold a pad.
Your next patient is here, Dr. Oronofsky.
Is she pretty or large-busted? Is she pretty and large-busted? What if she develops a crush on me or simply turns a certain way and catches my eye? I can't chance this, Miss Jorgenson. I cannot do this.
You will be fine, Doctor.
You can't leave me alone in here with a patient. I am not strong enough. I won't be able to stand it. There have been others, plenty of others. Miss Jorgenson, you know there have been others. Is there 13 in a baker's dozen?
Yes, Doctor.
There have been 2 baker's dozens others.
This month.
And you want to chance me with seducing a patient? Damn it! 2 dozen bakers are as my assistant, Miss Jorgenson. Don't you have anything to say to me?
Your test came back. No chlamydia. Congratulations.
I can't do this.
You must think about this patient waiting out there as someone who is coming to your office for serious, introspective, psychiatric evaluation.
You're saying not sex.
Not sex, that would be correct.
Got it. What if her calves are sweet like sugar, or her hair flows like a tasty blue lagoon? What if her calves are sweet like sugar and her hair is flowing like a tasty blue lagoon? I won't be able to keep my pants on.
You've been consulting Dr. Baxter for weeks now with great results. I trust you.
You do.
With all my heart.
I have to start seeing my patients as more than just as human beings with deep psychological or neurological problems and not conquests. Sexual conquests. That's what Dr. Baxter says. Not conquests. Not conquests.
Your lockjaw test came back negative. Congratulations.
Miss Jorgensen, does 3 pi equal 9?
Yes, doctor.
There have been 5 pi of women I've been with in this very office, Miss Jorgensen, a medical doctor's sacred office. If I do not reform today and be a good doctor, God shall smite me dead with his mighty wrath, or something worse, a giant brick on my head.
Oh, doctor, these women were just small, insignificant, petty little cuvette, trivial, unimportant, meaningless indiscretions.
But thinking about it has gone to her, and she snaps his pencil in half.
Actually, some of them were fairly large indiscretions.
I'm so sorry, Dr.
He
Oronofsky.
finds a fresh pencil and puts it back into his hand.
I know what happens around here isn't all your fault. The private room you take them to at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. Your expensive furniture and pull-out bed, what happened here last night and many, many previous nights, it's all meant nothing to you. I know that. I never told you this, but I can tell when these women fill out the patient questionnaire if they are going to be one of yours. That you won't be able to resist. And yesterday I knew when she came in here with her crazy Russian accent, with those batting eyes, C-cups and shoulders like hair block, blabbing on about her estrangement from her megalomaniac television commercial producer husband, and you couldn't resist.
He had a couple of hits.
And sure enough, you took her there to your private room at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. You couldn't resist. I saw the way she crossed her legs. A respected man like you should not be expected to contain himself. Like this, huh? Then she got that little kick in her foot. Like this, right? Then she threw her head back, becoming emotional. Am I right, doctor? Like this? Total seduction.
Yes, exactly like that, Miss Jorgensen. Only when she did it, I was very turned on.
Myrna snaps out of her sensual daze, rises and crosses to the door.
Well, it's over with now.
I will no longer kiss, fondle, group, cajole, penetrate, lick, palm, stroke, tongue, or manipulate with my big toe.
I'll send in Miss Kitty Gypsy right away.
Holy crap! That's the name of my next patient! You can't stand a girl in here named Kitty Gypsy! That name reeks of sex!
She's a lovely, innocent woman.
Couldn't her name be Bertha Krasnow or Edith Lipschitz? I'm sure those names wouldn't turn me on.
It must be hard.
It is very hard.
She flips on the chair, which vibrates.
Do you think this is a good idea, Miss Jorgensen?
Oh. You have to relax, Doctor. You have had a full schedule today, and your nephew is coming to visit.
Herman is coming to visit today.
You know that he looks up to you. That's why he became a psychiatrist. He wants to talk to you about his future.
Herman Spritzer is coming here to the office to talk about his future. I haven't seen Herman since his bar mitzvah. I became incredibly emotional at the temple and broke down. I wept so incessantly they wouldn't let me hold the Torah. Then at the party, the sound of the little boy becoming a man was too much to bear. I overdid it on the halava and spent 4 hours in the emergency room with acid reflux.
I'm sure he won't hold that against you.
Herman in my office.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I shall take him under my wing. I shall teach Herman Spritzer everything I know about good psychiatric medicine.
I thought you said you liked him.
Oh my God, I'm going to ruin the boy!
He breaks down and weeps. She takes him into her arms. For her, it's more sensual, but he is just crying.
Should I send in Miss Kitty Gypsy now?
Yes, yes, thank you.
She exits.
Not conquests. Not conquests.
Myrna comes back in with Kitty Gypsy, 20, sexy as hell in high boots and a low-cut, high-crotched cat's outfit, complete with tail and ears.
Dr. Oronofsky, I'm so glad you could see me.
Then I can see you're in good hands. Good luck, Miss Gypsy. Good luck, Doctor.
Myrna exits slowly, looking back occasionally.
Miss Gypsy, please have a seat.
Even when she sits on the sofa, it's sexy. Lester stares, then sits.
Well, now let's see your questionnaire here. You say you're,
I'm a stripper, and I'm feeling a little down about myself.
Lester inadvertently turns on the vibrating chair. Embarrassed, he quickly turns it off.
I work at Cheetah's. It's a gentleman's club on West 23rd. Oh, let me give you a 20% discount coupon.
Thank you.
Believe me, it's not the first place I expose myself in.
I believe you. Go on.
Should I lie down, Doctor?
Are you not feeling well?
I just thought it was something you might want me to do.
Well, of course, it's something I might want you to do as the doctor. You mean, of course. Lie down, make yourself comfortable.
Since I always find myself on my back.
I'll get you a blanket and a pillow, Miss Gypsy.
Do I need a blanket and a pillow?
Of course, you don't need a blanket and a pillow unless you're going to do something that would involve a need for a blanket or a pillow.
Maybe I should take my boots off.
Do you want to take your boots off, Miss Gypsy?
She pulls them off, then lies back down, arching her back to get comfortable. This turns Lester on too much, and he moves across the room as far away from her as possible and faces the wall.
It's okay if you call me Kitty. My full name is Kitty Gypsy. Well, that's not my given name, of course. My given name is Tiffany Rage, but I changed it when I got into stripping so I wouldn't disgrace my family name.
I'll put that down in my notes.
I've seen a few analysts over the past 2 years, not more than twice a week, mostly regarding my anger for my chosen profession. Are you familiar with stripping, Doctor?
Never heard of it.
It's not an easy life. It's a darn difficult life, actually. But I've come a long way. I have a following now and a website. I guess I just couldn't wait to show off my new breasts to the world.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't these breasts exactly. I had some work done. When they were fresh and new, oh God. I loved holding these pert little babies and sticking them in a guy's face. You can understand that, can't you, Doctor?
More than you'll ever know.
I didn't really like the first place I worked. The boss, he wasn't the nicest of guys. I mean, I didn't mind having sex with him, and his brother, and his brother's wife. But the food. So then I went across town with a friend of mine where she was stripping and also a hostess and also occasionally did some extra work for the customers in the alley out back. And I took the weekend shift. It was a little more wild than my first place. But I think the whole thing was just to get back at my parents anyway, so exposing my coochie was no big deal.
Lester kicks the wall and smacks the side of his head with his hands.
Are you okay, Dr. Oronofsky?
What makes you think I'm not okay?
Should I get comfortable?
Absolutely no.
But I'm still in my work clothes, and I feel so dirty.
Dirty? All right then.
He goes to his desk and puts on a very dark pair of sunglasses so he cannot see Kitty climb out of her costume.
Anyway, when my dad showed up with some of his business associates at the club, good lord, I freaked. Slid right off the pole. I mean, his friends were really good tippers, but it was weird showing my tits to my dad and all. I hadn't done that since I was 15. Dr. Oronofsky?
Yes, Miss Gypsy.
Dr. Oronofsky, what are you doing?
Listening intently, Miss Gypsy, and biting my bloody lower lip.
You're not looking at me.
I'm not. Well, perhaps you're unfamiliar with the new Braverman technique. Yes, it's a therapeutic method by which the counselor eliminates stress and anxiety in the patient by completely ignoring them.
But wouldn't you like to turn around and look at me?
And insult Dr. Braverman. I'm far too professional for that. And besides, I can hear you perfectly from here. Go on. Your father shows up while you are stripping. Yes.
None of the other doctors I've been to faced a wall, wore dark glasses, and refused to look at me, Dr. Oronofsky.
There are a lot of hacks, Miss Gypsy.
Kitty rolls over, pushing her ass into the air.
I just feel like you're not paying attention to me. And in my line of work, that could be considered rude.
Yeah, right. Absolutely right. Much better. Continue, Miss Gypsy.
You have a pad in front of your face, Dr. Oronofsky.
You'd feel more comfortable if I put the pad down.
I'd feel more comfortable if you put the pad down.
Then I'll put the pad down.
He lowers the pad and his eyes zoom in on her ass with an odd look.
You have a funny look.
My family is part Swedish.
No, I've seen that look before. Oh my god, at the strip club!
Is Cheetah's a strip club?
It's that loss of control look that men get. None of my other 6 psychiatrists had that look.
Were they licensed in this state?
I did my research, Dr. Oronofsky. Your website says that you're New York's top psychiatrist.
I work 364 days a year, taking off just one day for the Holy of Holies, Yom Kippur, to golf.
Your published works on schizophrenia and multi-orgasms were legendary.
You've read me.
I have a thirst for knowledge, Doctor. But life threw me a curveball.
I haven't been published in a while, busy with other things.
Her eyes meet.
May I get you a glass of water, Miss Gypsy, or perhaps some condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts with?
Why would I need condoms and scented oil to rub my breasts?
Of course you don't need condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts with, unless you're going to do something that would involve condoms and scented oil to rub your breasts with. What are you?
Kitty removes the top portion of her cat costume.
It's so uncomfortable and cheesy. Do you mind?
Let's get back to your problems, Miss Gypsy. What brought you here today to see me?
Well, my father left us when I was 4. Mom told me he wanted nothing to do with me. But I think it's because she got fat and ugly and he met a cheerleader. Who knows the truth? Then suddenly he popped back into my life at 15. He wanted to have a relationship with me. I didn't. By that time, I was living with my boyfriend, who was 34 at the time.
I'm 34.
That's funny. Anyway, when my mother found out I was living with my boyfriend, she went berserk. It wasn't the age difference that really upset her, but she was disturbed by the fact that I lived together in a polyamorous threesome relationship with the man and my girlfriend, June.
June?
Oh, you know June?
Oh, no.
Because a lot of people know June. She was the hostess who occasionally did some extra work for the customers in the alley out back. You remember her if you knew her. Anyway, we were a happy couple. Triple, triad, triangle, whatever.
In getting comfortable, Kitty has opened her blouse enough for us to know she is not wearing a bra. Lester draws himself closer to her.
If you'd be more comfortable, I have a private room at the end of the hall with a view of Central Park. It might help.
Help what?
May I get you a thong and a glass of wine?
Why would I need a thong and a glass of wine?
Of course you don't need a thong and a glass of wine, unless you're going to do something which would involve a thong and a glass of wine.
I wear a G-string anyway. See?
Miss Gypsy, I'm going to have to ask you to dress. To put your clothes back on. Highly irregular.
I hate clothes. They mask who I really want to be. An artificial canvas of my true identity. There's a brain up here. I'm not just a body. I'm also a brain. I hate who I am. Why am I who I am, Dr. Oronofsky?
Please call me Lester.
What?
I call you Kitty. You call me Lester.
Isn't that irregular? To call your psychiatrist by his first name? My other 6 psychiatrists were nothing like you. They never let me call them by their first name. I feel safe with you.
Miss Jorgenson never should have booked you with me, especially not today. I'm trying a new approach for my work. And having you here so vulnerable, so pretty, so very exposed.
You just need to be held. Why is that a crime these days? Why does it have to lead to something?
It doesn't have to, but then it's terribly disappointing.
He might even make a move, but Myrna enters dressed in flower print house dress and now speaking with an Irish brogue. She moves to the desk and does a quick double take to their closeness.
Sorry, Doctor, for the interruption, but I need to get the Fiona Finnegan Fitzroy Flanagan Fitzroy file.
They are not moving until Lester breaks the spell and crosses away from Kitty.
Yes. Good. Fine. Good. Poor Kitty, Miss Gypsy, perhaps things are moving in the right direction. Why don't you freshen up and we can continue?
Oh, that would be great. If I don't get these pasties off within 2 hours of work, my nipples feel like they've been raped with a claw hook. You know the feeling?
I'd like to.
Lester opens his private door and she exits.
Dear God, it's a good thing I came in when I did. What were you doing, Doctor? The girl was halfway out of her clothes.
Not the good half. That's an improvement for
I
me.
was sitting at my desk, never dreaming her questionnaire would set you off like this, and thinking how I would have the guts to show you this.
She turns and opens her dress to reveal sexy underwear and garter. He is nonplussed.
That's a new outfit there, Miss Jorgenson.
Brian Carter, Dr. Oronofsky.
Good color on you. Miss Jorgenson, are you checking patients in with that bra and garter?
The Brian Carter is only for you, Dr. Oronofsky.
What is your intention with that bra and garter, Miss Jorgenson?
I'd like for possibly the two of us to have a talk, a serious talk. I mean, a real talk about things. Us.
About the office staff. Set it up in my book. Put it in my book. And while you're putting that in my book, put this in my book. Call Dr. Porter. I want an appointment with him first thing in the morning.
Did you find a lump, sir?
Pardon me?
Dr. Potter's practice is limited to mammograms, sir.
Oh, still, it can't hurt. Now, if you will excuse me, this Kitty Gypsy is exactly what I need.
He exits.
I'll order up the 12 pounds of whipped cream licorice like last time.
Kitty enters in as few clothes as possible, even less, followed by Lester.
I was thinking in there. Besides, we have a great bubble butt. Why can't you and I be friends? Why can't human beings be like elephants, a community, helping each other, not worrying that if they touch someone, it's sexual harassment, or it's going to lead to something? And so what if it leads to something? Why does that have to be permanent? We're all animals, Doctor. Animals in need of touching and feeling. Why are people afraid to be human?
It's time for you to go, Miss Jorgenson.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Doctor?
Yeah. You're a marvelous case study. A topic that interests me.
Oh, no. I'm just a person. Another human being crying out for help to another human being. Yes, I'm totally open for interpretation. Help me mold myself into a new person. Take me on a new path. Find the Tiffany inside my kitty.
Yes, that's where I want to be. Inside your kitty.
Instead of jumping her bones, which is his first thought, Lester grabs a pad and begins to write.
I'm going to bring you back to your former self, dear. Not the girl who became the stripper, but the girl who wanted more, so much more.
My aspirations? Call girl.
Further back.
I wanted to be the first woman astronaut.
There have already been women astronauts.
Hot ones? I wanted to be the first hot woman astronaut.
Anything more current?
My real secret dream was to dance.
Incredible!
Ballet.
That's an artist of some type, maybe a dance teacher, a choreographer.
Does an adage, then a few fouet turns, then end with a grand grand Jean bar.
Beautiful!
You can help me find my way, Doctor?
Yes, it's been a long time since I've ever felt like this. The work, Miss Kitty, Miss Rage. The work, not the body, not the breasts, but who you are. I can't believe I'm saying this. You and I are going to make history. Not sex.
You're saying not sex.
Not sex. That would be correct. This has never been done before. Take a girl off the streets and turn her into a princess.
That's never been done before.
Not by me. I'm going to write a paper. I'm going to publish a paper. That will bring me even more fame and prestige. and change the direction of my career back to my former glory, and you will be my subject.
I'm so turned on right now.
Oh, unfortunately, our hour is up. But I must work on my thesis, how I will approach my theme, my point of view of my article.
She dresses and gathers her things.
Well, if you need me, I'm on the 4 to midnight shift at the club. It's pretty slow that time of day. But the booze is half price, and it's 2-for-1 lap dances.
If we work fast enough, we can make the deadline for next month's American Journal of Psychiatry. They might even put my picture on the cover.
Mine too? I can wear my slutty schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah, bravo, Miss Gypsy. I will have Miss Jorgenson set up 5 appointments a week. Together, we are going to change the psychiatric world.
She kisses his cheek and exits. Lester pulls out a dozen notepads from her drawer and a bunch of pencils.
Miss Jorgenson, set up 5 weeklies for Miss Gypsy and schedule me for a stool culture and pencils. I'll need lots more pencils. I'm writing that again.
Your nephew Herman has arrived. Shall I send him in, Doctor?
Herman. I completely forgot about Herman. Yes, I send Herman in at once.
Lester is a basket case. He removes his tie and tries to tidy up. He exits to change. There is a soft knock on the door, and enter Herman Spritzer. 30s, dressed well, sharp hair and glasses. His general look is the same as Lester's. He crosses to Lester's desk and starts to embrace it. Bent over, pressing it just as Lester enters and catches him.
Herman?
Uncle Lester!
Herman, I can't believe it's you, my nephew.
And you're the most perfect psychiatrist there is.
Yes, I am.
You are my god! This is the most perfect mind to ever study modern medicine.
You're being too
Post-Freudian
kind.
psychiatry.
You are being too kind.
No, you are Yeshua himself.
Yeshua. Well, perhaps a young Yeshua.
When I was in school, all I could think about was growing up to be Uncle Lester.
Is that so?
I've never forgotten a single thing about you. Here, I brought you a present. It's halva.
Lester laughs, then Herman laughs exactly the same way.
Sit down, Herman. There's plenty of time to be me.
Herman sits on the sofa, admiring it.
You look well. You look good.
I'm a psychiatrist, Uncle Lester. Can you believe it? I am a full-blooded psychiatrist.
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't make your graduation.
Don't even think twice about it.
I also missed your Little League game. The time you performed as the lead is King Aserahu in the class production of an original musical based on the Megillah in the Purim story, and every school graduation you've ever had, and your emergency appendectomy if you want to count medical events.
It was enough that Mom told me you were thinking of me.
I was. You got the gift I sent you for graduation.
$200 gift certificate to the Adam and Eve catalog is more than I expected.
I could up it.
I am fine. Frankly, I don't know what I would buy with a $200 gift certificate to the Adam and Eve catalog.
If you want any suggestions, let me know. I'll have Miss Jorgenson print out a list from my personal files.
She seems to run the office well, Myrna.
I couldn't do any of this without her. She's a gift from above. Let's celebrate you being here with a drink. Gosh, Herman, it's amazing that you're here. We haven't spent any real quality time together since...
My Briss.
Lester does the same laugh.
Your Brit Milah ceremony.
I was only 8 days old.
I remember I became incredibly emotional at the house when the Mohel took you in his arms. I broke down. I wept so interminably at the sight of you being brought into the Jewish faith that at the after party I overdid it on the mandel bread and had to be treated for a gastrointestinal disorder for 6 months. But I remember the blessing. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the circumcision. Or have you noticed where you're going to set? Have you decided where you're going to set up your practice yet, Herman?
I like living on the island, and I applaud your work ethic, Uncle Lester. I was hoping maybe I could set up a practice here with you.
In my office.
I'm being too forward.
No.
I mean, if you want to think about it.
What's to think about? Your family?
Yes. I can't believe this.
Your blood?
I'm going to be working side by side with Dr. Lester Oronofsky.
We're a team.
When my dad died, you were there. You were my father. Your sister was my mother, and you were my father.
Yes, try not to say it just like that in public. But that was the general idea.
My whole life I wanted to look like Uncle Lester. I wanted to talk like Uncle Lester. I wanted to dress like Uncle Lester. Is that a houndstooth coat, Uncle Lester?
Yes, it is.
I want to buy one of those. Buy a houndstooth coat like Uncle Lester.
What can I get you to drink, Herman?
What do you drink, Uncle Lester?
I drink straight bourbon, Herman.
I'll have the same. Drink straight bourbon like Uncle Lester.
How were your grades in school there, Herman?
Straight A's, just like you.
Good boy. Any social life?
None. Just like you. Work, study.
Just like me.
Look how I've grown. I'm 6'3" now.
That's wonderful. I'm almost 5'9" myself.
Lose 6 inches to be as tall as Uncle Lester.
How's your mother?
She doesn't believe in psychiatry. She thinks I'm corrupting people.
You know what she needs?
What?
A psychiatrist? I have an idea. I'll make something up, some grotesque problem, and you can analyze me. We'll see how you deal with the issues. If we're going to be partners...
Lester exits. Then taps on the door gently. Herman has no idea why. Again, more knocks until Herman gets him.
Oh, come in.
Dr. Spritzer, Federico Constantinople, I have a 2 o'clock appointment.
Who the hell is Federico Constantinople?
That's your 2 o'clock. Play along. Play along, Herman.
Oh, of course. Mr. Constantinople, please come in. Have a seat.
On
the couch. That would be protocol.
Good. I've never been to a psychiatrist before, Dr. Spritzer.
I get so excited when you, Uncle Lester, call me Dr. Spritzer.
No, I play along.
It's amazing.
Play along.
Of course. Mr. Constantinople. Why don't you start off telling me a little about yourself?
Well, I'm having these issues with my wife. It's your run-of-the-mill communication issue.
I see.
And occasionally we...
I'll tell you what you have to do. Have her murdered.
What?
She doesn't understand you.
No, we just can't communicate.
Bullshit! Always hounding you to do things.
It's not like that.
Do you know anyone in La Costa Nostra?
Herman?
She's got to be taken
You
out.
can't say that.
You don't bury her in the backyard. Soon she will make your life a living hell, believe me. I've read all about this stuff in the texts.
Okay, Herman, you have to stop this.
Is there a problem with the service, Mr. Constantinople?
I'm Uncle Lester now. Listen to me. Where did you can't tell a patient such a thing.
Of course not.
Maybe we should try that again.
Please, Uncle Lester, let's try this again. I need another chance for us to be Spritzer and Oronofsky.
Spritzer and Oronofsky.
Herman Spritzer and Lester Oronofsky.
Don't you think it should, like, sort of the other way around? All right, okay, I'll talk about this later. You must have been nervous. I mean, you scared the living shit out of me for a second.
It's you, my idol. Graduation last week, all the medical terms jumbled in my head. I'll be fine. I'll concentrate, I'll be better. I promise.
I'll just go out and come in again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. This is such an opportunity.
Lester exits as Herman meditates a moment. Then Lester taps on the door.
I know this. Come in.
Dr. Spritzer, Ernest T. Culpepper, year 1130.
There must be some mistake. Where the hell is Federico Constantinople? Isn't this his time?
Culpepper now. Okay, Constantinople canceled his appointment.
If it was less than 24 hours, he'll be charged for a full 15-minute session.
You are going to be a psychiatrist. Okay. Should I take the couch, doctor?
Please, Mr. Culpepper, have a seat.
Well, my problem is mostly my boss. It's very overbearing.
Have the cocksucker murdered.
Herman!
There's nothing worse than a boss with a head case. give them an inch. Next thing you know, it's overtime without pay and a cutback on your dental insurance.
Insane. Where did you learn
Do
this?
you know anyone in the Russian mafia?
I'm giving you one more chance, Herman. Herman!
No, I failed you, Dr. Lester.
And say I was someone who came to you angry at their
Run
mother.
her over with an SUV. God, I really suck at this.
Lester takes Herman in his arms.
Herman, it's the pressure. I've seen it before with new graduates. My poor boy. Poor boy.
Lester becomes a little uncomfortable and moves on.
I just wanted to be like you, Uncle Lester. That's all I ever wanted. Ever. SNOPsychamerica.com.
What the hell is that?
Us, you and me. The first family of psychoanalysis.
It's quite an aspiration there, Herman. I just want to be certain that people who come into this office are in good hands.
They will be in good hands. I had the papers drawn up professionally.
Papers.
To solidify our agreement.
You have
Of
papers.
course, you can have your people take a look, but it's pretty standard.
You have papers drawn.
To show we're partners. So there will be no question that you and I are the best in the business. It's a good deal, so 50-50. Half to practice yours, half to practice mine. But if you want to change those numbers, I'm fine with it. I'm okie dokie with a different split. 60-40, 70-30, 75-25. I'm okay with it. I mean, anything less than that for you, and I would feel as if I were completely taking advantage of the situation.
You would you? I didn't think you'd walk in here with papers.
Being prepared, Uncle Lester. Just like you. Being prepared.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I like to be prepared. I see you've given yourself a parking space for my building.
Our building, Uncle Lester. Our building. The Herman Spritzer Tower.
What about my name?
How does this sound? The Lester Oronofsky Commissary.
If you don't mind, I think I'll go fax this contract over to my own people.
This is the greatest day of my life, Uncle Lester. You're my God, my Savior. I wish your name was Jesus Christ, I do, so I could call you Uncle Jesus.
We're Jewish.
I would only call you Jesus Christ in this office. I would never embarrass you in public or at any temple.
Thank you.
Imagine me watching you every second of every day, learning exactly how a genuine professional psychiatrist works. I cannot imagine the things I will be seeing in this very room.
Yes, well, a lot of people would be shocked by what they see in this very room. In fact, Herman, maybe you should take the tour. Look around. After all, this might be your office one day.
I would really enjoy that, Uncle Lester. But of course, I couldn't start here until we settle on fees and per diems.
Huh?
Page 2, paragraph 7, line 4, last sentence.
Herman smiles and exits.
Gewalt, he's right. Fees and per diems.
Myrna enters now in a halter top and Daisy Dukes with a Southern twang.
Something's different.
I slipped into something a little more summery.
It's December.
That's my point.
When we have that talk about the staff, Miss Jorgenson, we might want to discuss your dress code around here.
Dr. Baxter phoned. She can give you some time if you want to come up today.
That might be a good idea.
And Miss Kitty Gypsy has been scheduled. If there's anything else you can think of doing to me, I would be happy to be open to the possibilities.
She undoes everything she did at the start. She sits him down, removes his tie, takes off his jacket, etc. And just being near him, she grows excited. He finally looks at her.
Miss Jorgenson, what if someone should come in here and see you carrying on like this? What if my nephew were to walk in here and see you suddenly?
I, Myrna Jorgenson, being of sound mind and body, hereby do swear not to embarrass, be flirty, or dress oddly in front of Dr. Lester Oronofsky, and at no time shall it look like I'm inappropriate with his medical practice in any manner. So help me God. Amen.
Thank you, Myrna.
Finally, he called me Myrna.
Lights on.
Act 1, Scene 2. All right. You're my attorney, Carl. I want that contract examined like your life depended on it, and it does. Huh? I have to buy him a company car. Oh, that little snot. Yes, I know he calls me Yeshua. He calls me Jesus Christ, too, but I still don't trust him. I know. He shouldn't trust me. Just do your job, Carl.
He throws the earpiece off just as Herman enters, now dressed exactly like Lester was in scene 1, down to the houndstooth coat. His arms are draped with curtains.
Uncle Lester, I have the most amazing news.
Let me guess. I have to spring for a summer house in East Hampton now for you?
Herman starts to write in his pad.
You write that down, I break your fingers.
No. I'm getting married.
Oh, it's Simcha.
I proposed last night and she said yes.
My nephew is getting married.
I'm enormously happy. I'm
And
engaged.
this is the perfect thing for you. It will settle you down. That's what it'll do. Maybe it'll prepare you to see patients without suggesting murder. Oh my. I hope I don't weep incessantly at the sight of you under the chuppah as you circle your bride 7 times and smash the ritual glass with your right foot to symbolize the destruction of the temple. What do you have in your hands there, Herman, for the wedding?
Curtains for my office. I promise you that room at the end of the hall will be a showplace when I get through with it.
My private room at the end of the hall with a view of Central Park.
I have big plans for it. Big plans.
But that's my private room at the end of the hall with a view of Central Park.
Uncle Lester, I've been here 2 weeks and you have not let me see one single patient.
That room at the end of the hall has expensive furniture and my pull-out bed.
Myrna said she's willing to throw some patients my way.
You and Miss Jorgenson running my office now, Forget the office. Tell me about this girl. I didn't even know you were dating. Who is this dynamo that's conquered my young nephew?
Her name is Bonnie.
A perfectly sweet name.
Bonnie Bobonnie.
Bonnie Bobonnie.
Is it so perfect?
As long as you don't name your children Banana Fana or Phone Banana Bana. That's perfect.
She's a librarian.
You'll never go without books, Herman. Is she Jewish?
Her father is Jewish. Her great-grandmother on her mother's side was married to a Cossack. They weren't Jewish, but in their neighborhood, they beat up a lot of Jews.
Close enough for the Oronofsky clan. Oh, Herman, I can't tell you how happy this makes me. May I be the first to wish you with great nachas and shipkas and other terms that have closely written consonants. We have to celebrate. We have to drink.
Straight bourbon. Oh, she's an old-fashioned girl, Uncle Lester. So sexy. A body to die for and very shy. You're going to adore her. The thing is, I've asked her to meet me here today. To meet you.
Meet me. I'd love to meet her. Now, how about I take you both to lunch?
That would be incredible, Uncle Lester. A dream come true. Uncle Lester taking me and Bonnie Bobonnie to lunch. I can't go.
You can't go.
I just got called from the rental company to pick up the truck to get my furniture from downtown for my new office at the end of the hall with the view of Central Park. Can't use that ratty stuff you have lying around.
That ratty stuff I have lying around is custom made from Paris. It cost me a small fortune just to have it shipped.
But it won't go with the new wallpaper I'm having custom made.
Who in the world gets custom made wallpaper? And where are you getting all this money to change my office, Herman?
You'll be proud. I've been using the office credit card. Myrna gave it to me. You really should talk to her. She has to tell you something very important. Did I do wrong?
Yes. No, we'll make this work. I want it to work. Listen, just be careful around here, okay? I'm working on something very sensitive. And I don't want anybody on the outside to get wind of it. It's a monumental idea that any other psychiatrist would kill to get published in their name.
What is it, Uncle Lester? Can you tell me?
Yes, I can tell you. My patient, Tiffany Rage, one of the most extraordinary cases I've ever come across. The girl is lost, confused, alone, using her body when there's a great mind there, an artistic mind. I'm going to make history, Herman. She's going to be my greatest achievement. She has never She is going to be my greatest achievement. This has never been done before. I'm going to take a girl off the streets and turn her into a princess.
That's never been done before.
Not by me. All right, you go. Don't worry a thing. I'll entertain Bonnie. She's going to be my niece-in-law. And Bobonnie deserves nothing but the best. Best. Here, an early wedding gift. No.
This is a 20% discount coupon for the Cheetah's Club on West 23rd. That's a strip club on the West.
Would you rather have a set of silver gold?
When I grow up, I want to be just like Uncle Lester.
You are grown up, my boy.
I've grown up just like Uncle Lester.
Herman exits.
Lester takes the kitty notes and locks them back in the drawer and exits to his private study. Bobonnie enters. Conservatively dressed, turtleneck, ankle-length skirt, hair pulled tightly back. She innocently sits in a chair and turns it on. It vibrates. At first it's just comfortable. Then it turns into a complete orgasm.
Oh.
Lester enters to catch the end of it. She bolts. Bonnie.
That chair should be arrested. What you must think of me. You know who I am?
Who else could it be? Herman described you perfectly. An old-fashioned girl, sexy, a body to die for, and very shy. There's no need to be coy around me, my dear Bonnie. We're going to be family. Miss Pushka, my dear, you will call me Lester.
What an honor. I haven't felt this good since the first time my fingers danced through the bibliographic database at the library. I've read all your work. Brilliant, if I may say so.
Well, that means a lot coming from you, Bonnie.
Some of your theories on love and experimental sex vis-a-vis positions, really, I'm afraid to admit, got me going.
You were going, were you? Well, I'm glad you came back.
I once had to excuse myself from the reading room to wash down my face with a cold cloth. I almost fainted in the Library of Congress section.
I'm writing again. Working on something very special as we speak.
I am sure it will be as courageous and dazzling as anything you have ever done.
You're very charming. Herman didn't mention charming, but you are. I'm so sorry he had to run out for supplies. So it's just you and me for lunch. I hope you won't be disappointed.
Memento contrario. I purposely waited for Herman to leave.
Why would you do that, my dear?
Should I lie down, Doctor?
If you have a need to lie down.
I have fallen out of love with your nephew, Dr. Herman Spritzer.
But you've only been engaged one day.
There was a time when I loved Herman, i.e. when we first met.
Excuse me?
Fireworks went off the very first time he kissed my E.G. cheek.
E.G. cheek.
And I admit, I did allow him to get the proverbial second base one night behind the closed stacks. He caressed my hair.
Is that what they're calling second base these days?
But as our relationship grew, he demanded more and more physical pleasures upon the flesh, if you know it.
I thought I did, but I'm not ready to commit.
Don't blame him. Maybe I have different standards. It all accumulated last night when I reluctantly but surreptitiously, ipso facto, accepted his proposal of marriage.
Ipso...
Don't embarrass me more than I already am, Doctor, by repeating it. I know you're thinking I'm some cheap whore, exemplum Heidi Fleiss.
No, I would never. Bonnie, how long have the two of you been dating?
Well, it must be now since the last time I cleared out the current periodicals. So, 3 years.
And all he's done is kiss you on the cheek and caress your hair?
I just don't feel that I can spend the rest of my life at all with that creepy little brown nose.
My Herman.
He's not a man, Dr. Oronofsky. Oh, right now, ad hoc, he looks like one, but he's not. You're a man.
Well, that's very kind.
And the more I read up on you, your talents, your accomplishments, the more I realize that it was a complete de facto, that Herman Spritzer is merely a pale impersonation of you, and he can never reach your heights.
He likes to call me Jesus.
And it is a nom de plume that you deserve. I'm just a simple librarian who went straight from receiving her master's in the Dewey Decimal Classification System right to the main branch public library on 5th Avenue, 42nd Street, and full-time position at the information desk. Open 6 days a week. I don't drink or smoke or wear sexy clothes. I've read about them. I've read about all those things, but never partook. I wouldn't know how. I don't know anything outside the fantasy world of books.
I'm sure you would look very hot in sexy clothes if you tried.
I cannot just have any man take me to the ultimate pleasure unless I were totally sure, magna cum laude, he was deserved.
Are we still talking about sex?
Of course, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Please don't be. Really, I'm a professional doctor, and I'm not really following what you're saying anyway.
I'm, Virginia, without the Inya. A few years older than most, but completely pure.
Pure, and you say completely?
Herman claimed he was going to be a brilliant doctor, an author, a lecturer, but it's you who are those things.
But you are that I am, so both pure and completely?
You could never live up to your talents, Lester. I swear to all that I will explode from my inner thighs ad infinitum, pure orgasmic power that will drive a man mad, bonding us together in an everlasting sine qua non if I could find a gift from the gods such as you.
But you are a gift yourself, my dear Bonnie. Intelligent, educated, dedicated. A completely pure gift.
You have a funny look.
My family's part Swedish.
I cannot confront Herman. He has no drive, he has no personality, no passion, etc. I cannot marry and give a man like that the secrets of my room. Boom. Prima facie, it's not gonna happen.
Crosses to and stares at the wall.
Herman is my life. All he wants is to marry you. We'll schedule an appointment. A lot of couples enjoy counseling before marriage.
You're facing a wall, Doctor.
I'm listening intently.
My decision is made. That ass kisser ain't getting my cherry, and you have to tell her.
Me? What? Are you Meshuggah?
I'm too scared. How do you face a man who worships you? He's not who I thought he was, and on top of that, I do not feel ad interim in my heart. I can, in good faith, give Herman Spritzer the one thing I know he craves.
A family.
S&M.
Oh, this is what my nephew craves?
Black boots and being tied to a bed frame helplessly. I could never, ex post facto, if you don't tell Herman that I won't marry him, I just might go through with it. And it will ruin both our lives. I know it will. We'll be miserable.
I can't let that happen, no. Conquests. Come, Bonnie, there is something I must show you.
Is it something that will help us explain to Herman why I can't marry him?
No. It's my private room at the end of the hall with a view of Central Park. It's being redecorated.
Okay.
I just had to come back for a second and see the look on your faces when you met. Uncle Lester? Bonbon?
Lights slowly fade to black. Curtain. End of Act 1. And there will be a 10-minute intermission, everybody. Thank you very, very much.
All right, nicely done. Really putting a lot of